Like the best place. I don't know where these guys are at. Anyone have eyes on them? Are they Portal 3? No? Okay. I think they're just chilling and waiting in their platform. Lobby might be broke again. Proxon and DM me. Okay, they're coming in front of us. Care, I want tanks in front, please. When I say in front of us, it's in regards to the Riftstone. I want tanks on the choke. Just waiting here. I want tanks holding the choke. Tanks holding the choke. Save your buffs, save your buffs, save your buffs. Save your buffs, not now. Spread out tanks, spread out tanks, spread out tanks. Spread out tanks. Spread out tanks. We're buffing up now, we're buffing up now, we're buffing up now. Remedies here, Guardians here, Remedies and Guardians. Tanks, do not let them come up here. Tanks, do not let them come up here. Push them off, tanks, push them off. Tanks, do not let them come up here. We can peek out a little bit, DPS. DPS, you can peek out a little bit. Peek out a little bit, DPS. You guys are a little too far back. You guys should be peeking out right now. Tanks, don't let them get through the choke. I see some DPS through the choke already. Tanks, I need you up. I need you up, tanks. Hold the chokes here. Hold the chokes here, tanks. Hold the chokes here, tanks. All defensive buffs here. All defensive buffs here. Tanks should be playing chokes. Tanks play chokes. Tanks move up more. Tanks move up more. Tanks move up more. Good. Watch all the chokes, guys. Tanks are watching all the chokes. Spread out here, boys. Spread out. Spread out. Spread out, tanks. Do not let anyone inside. Behind us. Behind us. Look behind us. There's a lot behind us, too. I want all defensive buffs and damage behind us. Push them off, tanks. Push them off. There's lots of blue behind us. North side, guys. North side, north side. I want big damage on north side. I want big damage on north side. We need help inside. We need help inside if possible. Big damage north side. They're all clumped. They're all clumped. Big damage, big damage. Get inside of here, guys. Get inside of here. I need tanks pushing them out if possible. Tanks push them out if possible. I need tanks looking at a choke right now. I need you guys converging in if you can. Tanks, look at the outskirts. They're on the left side of the Riftstone on the minimap. Try to get in via the grapples. Try to get in via the grapples, guys. Try to get in via the grapples. We need help getting in through the grapples. Choose a grapple. Parties, choose a grapple and get in. I need all tanks pushing in right now. Give the DPS some room. Give the DPS some room here. Push them off, tanks. Push them off. Push them off. Yep, big damage, big defensive pushes here. Let's push in from all sides now. Push them from all sides now. Push in, tanks. Stop getting trapped at the choke. Push in, tanks. Can I get the spear squads taking the flanks, taking the grapple points from behind? Keep pushing in, guys. Keep pushing in. Tanks should be on top of them now. Good job. They're all grouped up in the back. They're all grouped up in the back. If anyone can push them off here. Keep pushing in. Push up now. They're all tornadoes. Still fighting on the point, guys. If you're stuck on the point, you need to go somewhere else. If you're stuck in the choke, you need to go somewhere else. I'm respawning right now. Spear decks, you can take grapples behind. Let's do a big defensive push in 3, 2, 1. All defensive buffs, all defensive buffs. Now tanks are pushing in, tanks are pushing in. Big damage on the point, big damage on the point. We're all pushing in now, we're all pushing in. Tanks, push them off the cliff, push them off the cliff, guys. Push them off, guys. Push them off. Big defensive pushes here. You guys need to enter in from another way if you're getting stuck. Good flanks, good flanks. Now converge on them, converge on them, converge on them, guys. Still fighting on the points. You're all grouped up on top of the Riftstone. You guys can take the grapples. Try to find a grapple with your party. Try to find a grapple with your party. Communicate with your party, guys. We're going to push up with our defensive buffs in 3, 2, 1. Defensive buffs. Defensive buffs. Big damage on the point now. Big damage. Big damage. All damage here. All damage, guys. All damage on the points. Tanks, look at the outskirts. Find DPSs. You guys need to take grapple points. You can't just come in from the middle. Or from the front. Guys, there are grapples around the fucking map. Make sure you guys are taking them. Try to go in at the same time as your party. You guys need to coordinate that. Big damage, guys. Big damage now. You guys need to come in from the chokes. Let me think. I'm looking around right now. Now I have all spear parties not going in where everyone else is going. Wrap arounds with your team. Wrap around with your team. Wrap around. Get on top, guys. Wrap around with your team. Tanks, I was able to get in so fucking easily. Tanks, I want you getting up here right now. Tanks, up here right now. Tanks, up here right now. Just push through, tanks. Just push through. From all sides, from all sides, from all sides. Defensive buffs here, defensive buffs. Big damage on the points. Big damage on the points. Move up, guys. Move up. 1-3, move up. Move up more, guys. Move up more. Good damage. We're on top of the point now. You guys gotta get on top of the point now. Get on top of the point. Get on top of the point, guys. Tanks are holding the chokes now. Tanks are holding the chokes now. Tanks are holding the chokes now. Yep, slowly get on top of here, guys. We need to get on top of here. Where you see the biggest chunk, fucking get on top of them. Fucking smash into them, guys. Tanks, I want you on the outskirts right now. Fuck your party, you're watching the outskirts. Do Do not let anyone in. All defensive buffs, Guardians here, Remedies here. We're doing a big push here. Big damage on the points. Tanks are watching the outskirts. Tanks are watching the outskirts. Get on top of the points. Get on top of the point. Tanks, watch every fucking entrance right now. I better see tanks at all sides of the entrances right now. So beefy, get to a fucking entrance. Trap, get to an entrance. Everyone get to an entrance. Get to an entrance point right now. Do not let anyone come up. Hold the outskirts. Do not let fucking anyone in. I see DPS is coming in. Do not let them come in. Tanks, look for an entrance right now. I see so many entrances open. You guys need to fucking find an entrance right now where the majority of people are at. B-Town, find an entrance to play out right now. Find a choke to play out right now. They're going to be pushing up soon. They're pushing up soon. They're pushing up soon. Do not let them push up, guys. Tanks, do not let them push up. Tanks, do not let them push up. Big damage defensive buffs here. Big fucking fight here. Big fights. Big fight. Tanks, push them off. Tanks, push them off, guys. Big damage. Huge damage. All damage together. All damage together. Tanks, they're grappling behind us. Push them out, tanks. Push them out, tanks. Push them out, tanks. Look at the outskirts. Kill the DPSers. Don't play on top of the points. Play around the points. Big damage, guys. Big damage. All damage here. All damage here. Tanks, push them outwards. Tanks, push them outwards. I need the kill parties helping us if possible. We're losing the point now. We're losing the point. Kill parties. I need help retaking the point, guys. You guys need to be playing grapples, not from that same fucking spots. You guys got to go together as a team. You got to communicate with your team, even if it takes a little bit of time. You guys need to communicate with your team. Do not go in yet. Going in right now is fucking death. Find a spot where you can push from with your party. I'm going to call for a push in a little bit. Spear parties better be coming in from behind. We're pushing in 3, 2, 1. Defensive buffs out. Tanks are pushing up. Defensive buffs out. Tanks are pushing up. Tanks are pushing up. Tanks are pushing up now. Big damage from all sides. Spear daggers are playing grapple point only. If you're respawning, go to a grapple point. If you're respawning, go from a grapple point. If you're respawning, go from a grapple point. If you're respawning, going from a grapple point. On the right side of 3 portal is 1 grapple point. Tanks, I need you making room here. Tanks, I need you coming up. I need you suiciding up here. Now we're pushing in. We're pushing in from all sides. We're pushing in from all sides. Big damage, defensive buffs here. Big damage from all sides. We can freely push up now. We can freely push up now. We're winning, guys. Keep finding them. Keep finding them. Keep pushing up, guys. Tanks, I need you pushing them out of the fucking zone. Aggressive push here. Aggressive push here. I need you on top of the arena right now, guys. We got a lot of kills there. Keep pushing in. If you're respawning, come in from a grapple point. Your daggers should take grapple points perma. I'll be there in a little bit. Any respawn should be just playing on top of the platform right now. On top of the platform, just push in. Tanks are pushing in. Push in from behind them, tanks. All defensive buffs here. All defensive buffs here. Big damage together. Big damage together right now. 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 Yep, we're pushing into the arena now. We're pushing into the arena. Pushing into the arena. Good. We're getting kills here. Tanks, watch the outskirts. I need everyone on the cap point. Tanks, don't let anyone come in. Tanks, do not let them respawn in here. Tanks, do not let them respawn in here. Tanks, find a fucking choke spot right now. Tanks, find a choke spot right now. Tanks, find a choke spot right now. I need more people on the points. More people on the point if possible. I need tanks on the point. I need anyone on the point if possible. We're still playing the chokes. Still playing the chokes, guys. Still playing the chokes. Don't let anyone come in. Don't let anyone come in, tanks. Distract them on the chokes. Good devastating smash, 6. Still holding the chokes, guys. We're holding the chokes. If we hold the chokes, we win the fight. We're going to do committed push in 3, 2, 1. All defensive buffs here, all damage. Damage out now. Damage out now. Damage out now. Big damage. Big damage. Coordinated damage here. Coordinated damage here. Coordinated damage. Coordinated damage here. You guys are doing well. Keep holding your own here. Tanks, watch the chokes. Watch the chokes, tanks. Guardians here. Pop Guardians here. Pop Guardians here. Pop Guardians here, tanks. Still playing on top of the point, guys. Still playing on top of the point. Hold the chokes, tanks. Hold the chokes, tanks. Hold the chokes. Play with your team. We're going to do big defensive push in a little bit. Big defensive push now. Defensive buffs. Big damage now. Big damage everywhere. Big damage everywhere. Big damage everywhere. Let's take this point, guys. Let's take this point. Let's take this point. Get on top of the point. We need more people on top of the point. We have the people. We have the people. Just play around the point. Tanks are watching the outskirts. Still playing around the point. We have a lot of people here. Hold it now. Hold it now. There's a lot of blue coming up. Tanks need to be watching that. Use remedies if you haven't already. Use remedies if you haven't already. Use remedies if you haven't already. We need some help pushing in. Spear daggers are taking the grapple points. Spear daggers are taking the grapple points. On the right side of 3 is a good spot. I'm respawning there now. We're going to do coordinated push on top of the points in 3, 2, 1. Everyone on top of the points. Push with defensive buffs here. Push with defensive buffs here. Tanks, I need you moving up more. Tanks, I need you moving up more. You guys need to stop taking the same fucking points. Go somewhere else. Go to a grapple point. Go to a grapple side. Don't go in yet. So we're going to go for a coordinated push here. Don't go in yet. We're going for a coordinated push. Find a fucking grapple side, guys. Not just the front. Use your brain a little bit. We're going to push it in 3, 2, 1. Buff up, buff up, buff up, buff up, guys. Buff up, guys. Buff up from all sides, from all sides, guys. From all sides, from all sides. Big damage. Put your damage down now. 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 Still flooding in, still flooding in. I think there's even a different grapple behind the 3. Go to the right side of 3 and even more back if you can. Need to push in with your tanks if possible. walking back right now. I need the kill party helping us a little bit. I'm looking at the fights now. Kill parties, can you get on top of here and try to help us retake this point? Actually, we don't have that many people. I need tanks pushing in now. Tanks pushing all the way. Make some room for our DPS. Tanks are pushing in all the way. Can we push it with NATOs? Push it with NATOs. NATOs first, now we're pushing in. NATOs, we're pushing in. Pushing in now, pushing in now, pushing in now, tanks. Pushing in now, tanks. Big damage, guys. Big damage. From all around, guys. Big damage. All defensive buffs here, all remedies here. Good damage. You're still fighting on top of the points. We're winning, guys. Keep pushing around. We need help capping the point now. Still fight, guys. We're still fighting. Big damage on the points. I need NATOs on the cap if possible. Tanks, I want you watching the outskirts out. Tanks, look at the outskirts. Tanks, don't let anyone in. Tanks, don't let anyone in. Tanks, do not let anyone in. Tanks, do not let anyone in. I need big damage on the Riftstone in 3, 2, 1. Big damage on the Riftstone. Defensive buffs here. We need help on the points. We need help capping the point here. Last minute left. Big damage on the points. Tanks are watching the outskirts out. Do not let any respawns in. All defensive buffs now. I need help on the point. Can we get NATOs on the cap? For the next 10 seconds. I need someone else helping me cap here. 20 seconds. Still fighting on top of the Riftstone. I need constant NATOs on the cap. Still fighting around, guys. Just frag out here. Alright, that one wasn't as bad. Still pretty decent practice, but the area is obviously cancer. Alright, I mean, Teir's a very strong guild. They've been playing with each other for a long time. We have a lot of new members, so we still gotta work on refining our comps and having people talk a bit more in their statics if you aren't already. If you have any comments about your statics, just let me know in DMs, and we'll fix it up. I also might limit it to 1 game per war game nights in the future. Maybe do like 2 a week or something.
Yeah, before everybody runs off, can I say some shit right now?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, let's not crash out over bad statics or whatever, like, or you're not happy about your static. Like, you should be talking to people, right? Give them criticism in a not so fucking spurg way. And also, it doesn't fucking matter if we lose in these, as long as we're getting better. That's what the whole fucking purpose of it is, right? So, like, we lose, yeah, okay, it's not the worst thing ever. But if we're not actually trying to get better, then it's pointless. So we could just stop doing war games if people are gonna fucking crash out.